What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Nick, owner of Genesis Detailing. Today I want to show you guys how to safely wash a Porsche 911 GT3. This is a beautiful spec that got dropped off for a maintenance service, and it's a very delicate vehicle because it has full body PPF, it has carbon ceramic brakes, very soft leather interior, and of course, all the carbon fiber that you can ask for. All right, so there's two ways to wash the car, the way we do it and the lazy way. I always call it the Genesis way because we've washed thousands of cars and we've studied and tested all these different ways. As mentioned, this car has full body PPF and ceramic coating. So the last thing we want to do is ruin this guy's investment. You got to be careful from all the edges, the headlights. You can see right here that the PPF is not all the way tucked around, so we got to be careful from blowing that up and then having to redo the headlights on this car, let alone every other piece of carbon on it. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Nick, owner of Genesis Detailing. We call it the Genesis Driven Podcast because I'm going to document our journey as we grow Genesis Detailing to be the biggest shop in San Diego, which comes with some fun stuff as well, such as going to the desert, purchasing new cars, possibly a shop car. We're rebuilding the sand rail, so we want to make this channel more fun, not just detailing stuff, and also inspire you guys to grow your detailing businesses or whatever industry you're in. Take it as a sense of motivation. We're young, we have a young team at the shop. We have two guys here, Angel and I, and then we have three guys mobile that take care of all the cars out there. So yeah, kind of enjoy, like, subscribe, stick around for more videos. Comment down below if you guys want something specific of what you want us to record, and let's just have some fun. We have a super busy day today as well. We have a couple appointments getting dropped off at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. So I'm gonna go finish up some invoices and computer work while Angel finishes up a GT3 RS outside that I'll show you guys more of real quick. We'll document what we're doing to this car, kind of go over some do's and don'ts and what to be careful for. So enjoy, sit back and relax. We have a blacked out Porsche 911 GT3 RS, brand new, and check out this interior because it is absolutely insane. With the carbon buckets, yellow stitching, and then for the grand finale, full carbon fiber roll cage. This thing is insane. It also has every carbon fiber option you can think of, from the side skirts, the rear wing, diffuser, even the exhaust tips got some carbon fiber on it. This car's a beauty. Angel already washed it up. He's gonna pull it in, finish it up. Let's go do some invoicing, some more computer work, and then we'll get started on that GT3. That's also part about being a business owner, is it's not just about doing the cars, it's about taking care of your clients, making sure invoices are paid so you get paid, and then maintaining all the emails and stuff like that, being responsive, answering the phones, ensuring that everyone is getting responded to, really. So we got a couple cash payments and a couple checks to deposit, also to mark them as paid on the CRM so no drops go missing. Takes about 30 minutes or so. I like to set a timer, make sure I stay focused, get this done before other customers start showing up, and then I gotta go back to working on the cars as well to help Angel out. All right, so the 30 minutes is up. Time flies when you're doing stuff. Got a couple calls in as well. Closed out some deals for new leads that came in. Angel's all finished up with the GT3 RS, and I heard him start this car, so can't let him get started without making the video. First things first, we always start with the pre-rinse. Loosens up all the dirt. I just noticed that trash can over there, the door flew open. I hope that didn't hit one of our detailers' cars. Dude, they put these stoppers on the edges right there, but sometimes they go past it. No, he's got plenty of room?
Yeah, you got plenty of room.
Yeah, they just put those stoppers on there because it's happened before. Smacked the guy's car. Freaking trash truck guy, dude. Close the door, yeah. Angel is doing the pre-rinse on it, get all that loose dirt and debris off of it, which will prevent us from marring it when we do the contact wash itself. We always like to start from top to bottom, rinse all the dirt and debris down so we're not working twice. Basically what I mean, if you start from the bottom and then work your way up, all the dirt from the top is just gonna fall right back on the bottom. So once we do the pre-rinse, we like to just go over. The most crucial part about pre-rinsing the car is gonna be to rinse out all the cracks and crevices where all the dirt and debris might sit. So we did mention that this car does have PPF on it, so you don't wanna put that pressure washer too close to the edges so you don't lift the PPF. Not every corner is tucked. For example, seams on the mirrors, that seam right there around the roof line, you don't wanna force water underneath that to lift it up. Step 2, we're gonna foam it. We like to use Meguiar's Shampoo Plus because it's pH neutral. What that means is it's not acidic to where it'll stain the paint. It'll still lubricate it and break down any stuck dirt and debris. All right, so here's the important part. Once we're done foaming the vehicle, we move on to the contact wash. Contact wash is the most critical part about doing the detail. We have two different colored wash mitts in our bucket here with soap and water. We have the gray one and the blue one. The gray one is gonna be for the lower 6 inches of a vehicle. So typically right about here, the inner wheel well, and then anything behind that line, because that is the dirtiest part of a vehicle. That's where all the dirt and grime build up from the road debris. And then the blue one we'll use on the uppers. We like to always use 2 different wash mitts for the uppers that we fold into square squares, which open up 8 different sides of the towel, which will always give us a clean surface when wiping the vehicle down. So by having 8 clean sides, you basically want to flip it over every other panel. So we always start with the half of the hood, do the fender, flip it over, do the other half, and then work away from the roof down. By the end of it, you'll use all 8 squares, and then you'll use 2 different towels, and then you'll use the gray one to wipe the bottom portions of the vehicle. Once you're done with doing the mitt, the contact wash, the paint will be clean, and like I mentioned, no more marring on it. So then you can do a final rinse. We'll move on to that step. Okay, so now that you saw the contact wash and how we do things, the 2 different blue wash mitts, the one gray one for the lower 6 inches, and obviously like you want to use the gray ones wherever there's more dirt and debris, such as like the front bumper, rear bumper, where like all the dirt kind of builds up, or like all the bugs etch on the front, and then you do the final rinse. You want to get the soap out of all the cracks and crevices, just so it's not dripping on you when you're drying the car, because then it just gets all streaky. And we are using deionized water. So we make it here in-house in our shop, connected to the pressure washer, and then obviously comes out the other side. Once you're done with the pre-rinse, we'll do the wheels. And as mentioned, these wheels are carbon ceramics. The brakes and rotors are carbon ceramics, so you don't want to damage them by using any harsh wheel cleaners. So we just use the same pH neutral soap and water. Got our wheel woolly and stuff going. There's a lot of details using something like this on the wheel faces. We use these for trucks to get like the suspension components or inside the wheel wells. They just tend to scratch paint, especially with how many cars we do. So we try to avoid these on wheel faces, especially on like gloss black. But something like this, you just use these door jamb towels. Once you're done, you throw them in a dirty bucket, throw them in the washer, and you're better off just doing that. Also, you'll notice on a lot of these GT3s that have these anodized center caps, they're very etched because of people using wheel acid and harsh chemicals. These will get white spots on it. So this car we've been maintaining, obviously looks really good, no etching on it, because we don't use any harsh chemicals when we're washing a car of this caliber. Once he's done with the 4 wheels, he's gonna use the Master Blaster air blower, and then he'll blow off all the water from the cracks and crevices, move on to the drying phase. I'm gonna let him get to work on it just so we can keep on time, keep our schedule going. I gotta polish some of these areas on the PPF on this car before it gets delivered to the customer. There's some weird staining in the film right there. I don't know if you can see that, like little tiger stripes. This is the after, a little before and after what we got there. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this thing while Angel finishes up that. You watched Angel use the Master Blaster, blow all the water off. He hit the door jams, got all the water from dripping from the cracks and crevices. We like to put tire shine on while the vehicle is outside because this stuff lingers. And if we spray it on inside, it'll one, make our floors very slippery, and it'll go onto another vehicle that we just coated or something. We use an applicator, we use Meguiar's hyper dressing, wipe it on there, and we level it off just so it's nice and matte. We don't like shiny stuff. We don't want it to sling on all over this customer. Once it's leveled, we'll move on to the other 3 wheels. We just put a little bit on this applicator, nothing too crazy. So the key is to level it off once it's done being applied so it doesn't sling on, and it just gives the tire, like I mentioned, an overall matte finish. GT3 RS is on the transport truck making its way up to the client's house to take delivery of it. Back to the 2018 GT3. So we got the paint cleaned up, we got all the dirt and debris off of it, cleaned the wheels and tires, applied our tire shine and leveled it off. Next we want to treat the paint. So Angel's got Meguiar's Last Touch detail spray. It has no wax, no sealants, and the reason why we're using that instead of just wiping the paint without any spray is because you want to lubricate it so you don't scratch and mar it. Again, everything we do when we wash a car, the whole goal is to maintain a perfect finish, and this paint's already perfectly clean. Some of you might look at the paint like, dang, it doesn't even need anything else because it's so clean. We spend a lot of time doing the wash process outside, so when we pull it into the shop, there's not much to do besides just touch it up. Also, Last Touch will make the paint super slick. It's just got polymers in it that'll keep the paint hydrated. Again, no wax, no sealant, no SiO2, such as like a ceramic coating detail spray. This car already has PPF and ceramic coating, so we're just here to maintain it, do our job, do it right, make sure the customer's happy. If you notice how he's doing it, he sprays the panel, uses one towel to spread it, level it, and then he switches to the gray towel to wipe off any streaks or haze left behind. We buy everything in bulk, so you can see all the products that we have. We have our dispenser, we have last touch detail spray, wheel cleaner, shampoos. Also, you'll notice I rolled the windows down when backing this thing in, so we gotta hit those. What a beauty, huh? Also, perfect example of why this process is so important. So see this gloss black Maserati behind us? This was paint corrected and ceramic coated with Modesta coating a year and a half ago, back in January of last year, and this thing has been on our maintenance program every 2 weeks since then. It is now in for its annual maintenance on it, which we'll just kind of touch up the ceramic coating. If there's any areas that need to be reapplied, we'll obviously happily do it. And he also got some road overspray slung all over the side of his car. So a mobile job wouldn't take care of this, so we brought it in. But check out this paint. It's super dirty right now. I pulled it in just so the paint can cool off, but you see no swirls and scratches on this thing. That's after a year and a half of maintenance with us using this process. So you can see here that it's just a great system that we got going for our customers. Once I'm done with this car, I'll pull it in, show you guys what it looks like under the lights, and then you can kind of see it to believe it, because this is proof in our concept, as this car has no PPF. It just is paint corrected and coated. Also to note, our mobile guys are trained the same way we do cars here at the shop. That's super important to make sure that everyone out there is getting the same service and quality. But that is gonna wrap up today's video. If you did like this video or have any questions, give me a like, leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya.